All right, so I'll go ahead and get started because this video can actually be replayed back. Um, the topic is, how much insurance do I need? Okay, that is a great question, and a lot of people kind of will come off and ask this question, but I want to clarify that it varies from person to person. Okay, so the amount of insurance that you need depends on your individual situation. It depends on, your family size, your goals. And let's talk about goals. So when selecting life insurance, you want to determine whether you need the life insurance for asset protection. So did you just get a home, or do you have debt that you need to pay off, mortgage, house payments, college, different things like that? That will determine how much insurance coverage that you will need and the type of policy, whether you'll need a universal life, an index universal life, a term policy, just a whole life policy. Like, what type of policy will you need? Or will you need a combination or both? Which product fits best? So basically, for example, somebody purchased a new home. Their home is $100,000. They have kids in college or that will be going to college. And so you have to think about, if something happened to you today, how much would it take to still send your children to college, to take care of your children, to pay off your house, and not leave your spouse and children or your family in debt? So we know the house is at least 100,000. We know college, depending on where they go, you're going to need money for that. So maybe a $500,000 policy may be suitable. It just depends on your estimate, your budget, or a $300,000 policy, or maybe $1 million policy. So it just depends. Goal number two, if your goal is just maybe death benefits, that's another thing that will determine, well, we just need money for funeral expenses or final expenses. So that would be, determine the type of policy for goal number two. Number three, if your goal is to get the insurance and you want to use it as an investment product for cash accumulation or a stream of income. So perhaps I plan to retire when I'm 65. And at 65, I want to start getting a certain amount of money per year, in addition to my Social Security or my retirement or whatever other income I may have at 65. Well, you can start a type of policy now, start paying into that policy, and have it set up for age 65 to begin returning, to begin to be a stream of income for you. So that is a good option, being that maybe you're self-employed and you're not going to really have a set type of retirement through Social Security Administration, because perhaps you haven't paid that tax, you haven't paid that money into that. So income or cash accumulation is a good product. It is a good goal. The other thing could be living benefits, which we often don't think about. People think about the death benefits. They think life insurance, and they automatically think about, okay, I need something to put somebody in a casket or cremate them. Well, living benefits, sometimes we're not dead, but we have serious medical conditions, or we have chronic illnesses. We have maybe a stroke, like my father. He's a stroke survivor, and so he requires home health care. He was in a facility at one time, but he's no longer in a facility. He was in a facility for a short period of time. However, living benefits come into play, because if you have, for an example, $100,000 policy, well, you can accelerate that policy or get money from that policy to be able to cover, medical assistance for your daily living activities, or for a nursing home facility, just being able to pull that money out. So those are called living benefits. Or it could be, if I came down with cancer or some type of chronic illness, then the policy could have a chronic illness rider where I can get that money right now to help take care of my medical needs, or to just help me financially because I have this situation. Another one that I don't have on here is basically like for your accidental and disability. Okay. And that is another type of coverage as well that you can get. So if you have an accident and become disabled, that can be also another option or rider on your plan to help you that you can benefit from. So the question was, how much insurance do you need? Your insurance needs vary per person, per family, and you would need to sit down with a consultant like myself, and to kind of go through to see what your needs are, to look at your budget and, examine your goals. And to sometimes we can build a product, a protection builder or asset builder, a product just for you to suit your needs. Okay. So that's my insurance information for this week. I try to come on weekly, but my schedule has been kind of crazy with tax season and insurance. So I have been booked with appointments. So I have a little time. I have a 7 o'clock appointment tonight. But if you have any questions, feel free to inbox me. As I said before, whether you're actually using me as your provider, I have this knowledge and I do not mind sharing this knowledge with other people and helping other people. So I have people that inbox me questions or call me, and I don't turn people down. If I know the answer, then I give it to them. If I don't know it, I try to research it and find an answer for them, the best answer possible. But again, if you would like to schedule an appointment, a free consultation to see what your needs are, and for a quote, it just you can send me a message through inbox. You can call. My number is area code 704-449-9175, or you can send me an email. But all my information is on my business page. You can go to the Insurance Lady. That's my business page. So thank you and have a phenomenal night.